Hey everybody, Happy New Year. I know we are all pretty excited for 2021, probably more than any other year. I absolutely love this time of year. This is, for me, it's a time for me to kind of really reflect on the past year. What did I do in my life that I really learned from, grew from? What do I want to continue doing? And then I really focus on my planning efforts and going into the new year strong. I do a lot of things in my life. I've learned, what works and what doesn't work for me, and I wanted to share a few of these things with you, and maybe you can take a few of them and implement them in your own life to have your best life. The first one I kind of want to focus on is your body, and most of you know that follow me. I am really big into running and exercise, hiking, staying active. Something that really helps keep me motivated and focused in exercise is the tracking element. I use something like this. This is a dry erase board. I have one behind my bedroom door that you've probably seen in previous videos that I've done, where I track every day whatever activity that I'm doing. It really helps me see it and stay motivated and focused on the goal ahead. So recommend that. Meditation is also kind of a big part of my life. I use Insight Timer. It's an awesome app. It's free. I do guided meditations, and they range from 5 minutes, 10, 15. You can go all the way up to an hour if you want. One of my focuses about 6 months ago, I decided, I need to drink more water, and I did that by doing kind of a tracking chart. I did that for a few months, was successful at it. I was drinking 3 bottles of water a day. These are 24 ounces. And then I stopped tracking, and I kind of knew that I was kind of falling behind. So I started another one. So I'm doing another 3 months. I've been going for a few days now of drinking my 72 ounces of water a day. The diet for me, that's always a challenge. I am working on it. I know Christmas isn't easy with all the snacks and treats, but I am trying. So that's always a challenge for me, the diet part, but it's huge. I think a morning practice is really big too. For me, it's the practice of gratitude. In this last year, I used the 5-minute journal. I really love this. It's a very simple journal, quick. So in the morning, you answer 3 questions, and in the evening, you answer 2 questions. That's it. But I'm telling you, you do this for a couple weeks, it totally changes your mindset. It's huge. This coming year, I'm starting something totally new. This is Expect the Best. This is a daily planner from Centers for Spiritual Living. I'm a member of Mile High Church, so there's 365 days of affirmations. There's different questions in here, gratitude practice, so I am going to try this out for the next year. Really excited for this guy. My morning practice also includes pulling cards from one of these 2 decks. So I have The Universe Has Your Back. I pull a card from here. There's usually something very really inspiring and encouraging to start my day. The other one, I love this deck. This is Affirmators. I got it from my sister-in-law. It is hilarious. These are really funny, positive statements. It's a great way to start the day. For me, planning is huge. I need to see my schedule. I need to kind of plan out my week. It helps me not stress as much and manage my time better, and I'm way more productive when I have a plan. I am not a big fan of iPhone and computer calendars. I really need, the pen and paper, see it at a full glance. These are huge for me, and I'm starting a new one this year. This one is for all of my marketing plans for my business this year. So I've got 2 planners for this year, but I think that's pretty big. I'm also a huge list person. I've been keeping bucket lists for years. A lot of these are just things that I want to learn, places I want to travel. I feel like when you have it written down, you do it, you accomplish it. And I actually I gotta cross off a few things that I did this year. But write lists, it excites you, it motivates you. Keep those bucket lists going, and don't feel so badly if you don't get to something one year. Just add it to the next year. I do that all the time. Bucket lists. And then next is journaling. So there are all sorts of ways to journal. There are journals that you can do that are kind of like a guided journal, like they prompt you. That's kind of neat. I tend to free write my journal. this year I am starting something a little bit different. As I mentioned before, I'm a member of Mile High Church. It's a center for spiritual living, and I got this wonderful gift from a friend this year. This is a spiritual journal, so it kind of coincides with all of the services each week, and there's places to take notes and goals, gratitude. So I am going to start this on Sundays. I love this idea. I did this for a couple years. This is my 6-word memoirs. It's really cool. So the idea is just to write down the date and write 6 words about that day. And I'll give you a perfect example. On 12/21/2015, my entry was surprised mom and dad, Buffalo Christmas. And just those 6 words, I remember going home and my brothers and I surprising my mom and dad for Christmas. It was awesome. I did this for a couple years. It's kind of fun to go back and just kind of see, like, here's September 21st, 2016, half marathon training, 7-mile run. So easy, quick, nothing crazy, and all you need is a little journal. I mentioned lists. I got this idea from a motivational speaker way back in March when the lockdowns started, writing down COVID-19 projects. This is kind of like a bucket list. It's for both professional and personal goals. So I wrote down 19 things that I really wanted to accomplish during this time of COVID. And I'm getting my way through the list. I'm pretty proud of all the things that I did get accomplished, and I have a few more on my list that I'm going to keep up with. The next is reading. I can't tell you enough how important it is to nourish your mind with books. If you've been to my house before, you know I have 5 bookshelves in my living room. I love to read. I actually just finished The 4 Agreements. This was an amazing book. I hate that it's Tom Brady's favorite book, but really great. I had this recommended to me by a friend. Wonderful. I'm currently reading, I think it's important to read fun stuff too, Bill Bryson, A Walk in the Woods. I'm reading this for book club. I have a couple books that I've read in the past that I kind of go back to. Joseph Campbell is huge. I make notes. I kind of go back to this whenever I need some of this Joseph Campbell fuel. I've got a couple on deck too for this year. I had the wonderful opportunity to go see Deepak at Mile High Church and picked up his book, so I do need to read that. The 9 Dimensions of Conscious Success. I received this for Christmas. I'm so excited to start this one. I'm going to be reading some Emerson this year, and a couple books that I've gone and read through, but I'm going to revisit this year, The 12-Week Year and Ninja Selling. These are a couple business books, but I think it's important to kind of mix it up and read a little bit of everything. So important. And then let's see, in my home office, I have this huge bulletin board. I actually pulled it off the wall to show you. It's huge. This is kind of what it looks like. I have all sorts of inspirational quotes on here, cards, letters, things that really uplift me and I love seeing. They make me happy. I add things to it every year, and sometimes I take things off, but it really helps keep me positive and focused. And the last final thing, and I think this is so cool, I did this for the first time last year, is creating a vision board. This is kind of like a visual representation of everything that you want to see in your life. And it hangs in my home office so I can see it every day, and keeps me inspired. I just finished 2021. I know there's a lot of mountain houses on here. I added a purple Dodge Charger. I'm not kidding, that's my dream car. Getting to the Broadmoor, that's a professional goal. That's where Coldwell Banker has their annual kind of award ceremony, and I'd like to get to it this year. But I put words of inspiration on here as well, and things that I want to aspire to. So those are all the things that I do to, be kind to myself, to live my best life, and to honor me. So anyway, I hope you got a few things from this, and maybe you can try something. I would love to hear what it is that you do, what helps you, stay inspired, stay motivated, stay positive. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2021. I know so many good things are on the way. So take care. Bye-bye.